Philadelphia cream cheese makes your recipes their. Since the sun of fire, and I will drag you down and sell you out. Run away. I am cold like December snow. I have carved out this soul made of stone, and I will drag you down and sell you out. Embraced by the darkness, Hello, everyone. Good evening. It is Brian Moxley, live and in living color. Hello, Kathy. Hillary, true crime enthusiast. Hello. Good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? It's very cold here, really cold. And I would estimate we probably had about 3 inches of snow, maybe. That's just an estimate. I didn't actually measure it. So, Hillary, did you bring your pen and paper? I really hope you did, because in my study group, we will be taking notes, because we don't just talk off the top of our head. We learn the case. Hello, Jenny. How are you tonight? I love snow too, Hillary. I do. I like it a lot. I love how you can go out in your vehicle, turn a big U-turn right in the middle of the road. I watched that series about Crystal Rogers. That is unbelievable. Yeah, hello, Secret Lady. It's cold here in Alberta too, and snow. Oh man. Hello, Katie too. Notepads and pens are ready. Yeah, that Crystal Rogers case is really unbelievable. From the fact that from the police officer's death, the school teacher and her daughter slaughtered. Um, Crystal Rogers still considered a missing person, but for all outs and purposes, I believe she's deceased. Um, I talked to a girl today that actually is from Bardstown, and I asked her, "Hey Sherry, how are you? Nice to see you." I talked to a girl today that's actually from Bardstown, and I asked her, I said, "What do you think about this case?" And she told me that her theory is, this is just her theory, this is nothing proven, anything like that, but there was a pig farm next door to the Stout farm, and she believes that they fed her to the pigs, because pigs they'll eat bone and all, uh, and she said that's believes why she believes they'll never find her. Oh no, Kathy, there was all kinds of mistakes. They only they said that with the money in the state of Kentucky, they only processed two pieces of evidence, which is unbelievable. Hello, Cheryl. How are you tonight? Good to see you. It's 1:45 a.m. here in the UK. Ooh, lordy, that's late. 1:45. Hopefully, I'll be sound asleep, but I have to get up at 4 a.m. and that comes early. Good lord. Hello, Satin B. How are you? But yeah, that the Crystal Rogers case is just, and her dad was, he was investigating pretty much more than the police were, and they believe, a lot of people believe that you know he was actually getting close to some answers because he was really diving deep in this case because he wanted to find his daughter. I mean, I can put myself in his position. If my daughter was missing, I would do the same thing. And him and his son were hunting, and he was shot. And at first they labeled it a hunting accident, and the public was just like, no, that we're not. That's so. Then they didn't label it a murder investigation. They labeled it a death investigation, which is still crazy. Oh, I know, Hillary. It's really sad. Back thinking back to Heidi Broussard. Think about how beautiful of a woman she was. I mean, her eyes were just so beautiful, and one of her best friends did her in for the baby, which turned out to be. I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but it just the fact that it turned out like that. That it was her best. Well, I guess it considered her best friend. I don't know. One of her friends, anyway. Somebody she grew up with. Somebody she went to um, church camp with when they were both kids. Oh, Stella Hush. If only the good-looking people get killed, I'm safe. That's for sure. That trial keeps pushing back. Which trial, Hillary? Just curious. Excuse me. The bad thing about her dad, um, getting killed on that day he was hunting, is it happened right in front of his grandson. And I believe he was around 9 years old. So, when he was shot directly, whoever shot him was a really like a marksman shooter because they shot him from a decent distance away from the Bluegrass Parkway to where he was standing in his farm, and it was a dead center shot, killed him instantly. Uh, so, and the grandson there to witness all of that, which is Jesus, I can't even imagine, and he's gonna have that memory for life. I don't, and being his grandson, I don't know if it was Crystal's kid because she had 5 kids. She only had one with um, the guy she was with, Brooks Hout. They've actually named him a suspect. That's as far as they've went with him is naming him a suspect. Hello, Joanne. How are you? Oh yeah, Kathy. They seen the spot on the tree where they believe the rifle was fired from. And did you see that how they had cut the trees out so they could actually see from the road to the farm? Oh, Kimberly. But it's just that there's just the police officer killed. Um, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Hillary. Hello, Angie. Ange. Hello, darling. How are you tonight? Good evening. Live from Kentucky. Oh, it was a long day at work. My back is killing me. But I figured I'd come on and do a live for a while. Oh, yeah, I agree, Hillary. I guess, you know, here's what I think happened. And this is just my theory on the Crystal Rogers case. This is my theory. This is not the gospel. This is nothing that the police have said. Nobody said this. This is just me. Excuse me. I believe that her and Brooks got into an argument, and he probably accidentally killed her. That's what I believe. Um, I believe then he panics, and he knows him and his brother are close, even though his brother's a police officer. And he calls his brother, and his brother's like, "Just calm down. I'll be there to help you clean up this mess, and we're going to pinky swear with each other that this isn't coming out." And you know what they did with her, who knows? But like I said, the girl I talked to today from Bardstown, she believes that they fed her to the pigs, which was a pig farm next door. And she said she also believes that the mother possibly helped out. And she said the mother was crazy. I don't believe they ever showed the murder or the mother in that five. I believe it was 5 episodes, wasn't it, Kathy? Isn't it 5 episodes? And they're all pretty good length long, about an hour and a half, 45 minutes, something in that range. And if any of you guys haven't seen it yet, go to Oxygen and watch the disappearance of Crystal Rogers. It's just, man, and the other things that have happened in that town. Like I said, it's just a small town here in Kentucky. You wouldn't believe things like that happen in small towns, but yeah, and it takes some balls to shoot and kill a police officer like that. Uh, and they said there's a man in prison that knows about it and wanted to give him information, and for some reason they didn't take him seriously. Take you some notes. Yes, everybody have your pen and notepad and paper. I don't know if anybody watched Armchair last night, his first night back from his suspension. But man, he was really upset for the fact that Kim was, pretty much do. He said that she was doing a 35C for him and that she was not qualified. And he's like, "I want her off this case now." He's like, "Watts, if you're listening, stop it. Close her out right now." And it was just hilarious, I thought. Yeah, Kathy, there's something in that town that has scared the town people, and they are not talking. Because that in a town that small, somebody knows something. And just like with the Delphi murders is something I'd really like to get into with you guys, because they have just a small clip video of the guy. Yeah, well, 82, he actually thinks he is. That's the sad part. And he gets so jealous, if somebody else is doing something before him. He gets jealous when somebody wrote a book before he did, and then he talked about her like a dog, and he ended up bringing her on his show. And then last night, he said he's open minded and willing to debate with anyone. But as soon as you start debating with him, He says you're disrupting his channel and he threatens to ban you. But anyways, he invited Kim on last night. Yeah, he couldn't do it tonight because he wasn't ready yet. He has to get ready. Um, and he said, but he's like, she is so rude. She's not even responded to our emails. She hasn't even said no. He said she is just so rude for doing that. And I'm sitting there thinking, motherfucker, you're rude as hell. So don't even talk about somebody else being rude. I just got so tickled with him. Like I said, when he gets on them rants, I freaking love it. I almost did a parody tonight of that rant, but I was tired from work and I didn't think it would be any good. Um, he'll block you for anything. Um, like I said, he says he's open minded and he's willing to debate. I guarantee you, if she started tearing into him, which I believe she probably would, because she's probably a lot smarter than him, and I'm just assuming this just on my own, that he would probably say, this is over, block, and but I just get such a kick out of that. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys do too, or just me. I find it pretty hilarious. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Angie, it's unbelievable. Well, that's true, Brissy girl, but well, we know how conceited he is and everything like that, and I believe he's a narcissist. I really do. He shows all the signs of it. He has no empathy for anyone, and he always brings it back around to poor pitiful me. And tonight he said people accuse me of making thousands of dollars, but I don't make a cent. He, if he has 900 patrons at $5 a piece, that's $4,500 a month. So why not? Why lie like it and say you're not making anything? You're not making anything on YouTube, but you're making something on Patreon. That's why you tell everybody to come to Patreon. The Bud, YouTube's Bud Light, and Patreon is the Bud. YouTube is Walmart Cola, and Patreon is the real cola. Yeah. Scott Rice. Yeah, I like Scott Rice. Oh, and he can't stand true crime rocket science. Uh, he calls him Rocket Man. Yeah, Rocket Man. Rocket Man's videos are actually informative. You know, nobody's getting blocked and shouted at and blah blah blah. A lot of people tonight were saying that they were worried about Christy because they hadn't heard from her, and he didn't respond to that or mention her or say anything about it. And I guess that Dylan Tallman, um, her sister, which is going to be Chrissy's sister-in-law, she was in the chat and she said, "I'm worried I can't get a hold of her." And he didn't respond to it. He didn't say anything. He didn't mention her. So I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, that $4,500 is a very conservative estimate because that's if all 900 people were at $5. But some people are at 10. I've heard some people are even up at 150. So there's really no telling how much. And me and Angie had this discussion the other night. Why not just say, guys, this is what I do for a living. I put a lot of time in this. I put a lot of effort in this. Um, I don't have a job. This is my job. Uh, if you like my content, if you like my channel, please support me on Patreon. Just say something like that instead of saying, "Oh, I don't make any, I don't even make, I made 16 cents last month." No, you didn't. Motherfucker, you're sitting there wearing an Under Armour shirt and a $40 ball cap, so don't tell me that shit. Who had COVID? Kathy. Yeah, I did too. True crime enthusiast. I did too. But I still watch him to get a lot of laughs from him. Hello, little Billy. How are you? Oh, listening in while you work. Where you work at? Well, I mean, what do you do for work? Just you don't have to tell the name of the company or anything. Just what do you do? Yeah, if you want to tell us, you don't even have to do that. We're talking about the Delphi murders again. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, didn't the 411 guy? I can't think of the name of his channel. It's something 411. Didn't he have COVID and was really bad sick for a while? What do y'all think about the Alexis Sharkey Instagram influencer found dead? I hadn't heard about that. If you have 411 now, will. Yeah. And the thing that gets me is, Daniel Bishop on his channel, he kept talking about, oh, okay, cool. That sounds interesting. Um, I mean, just you have so many um, duties on that job, was what I mean. Yeah, Kimberly, it is mine too, because I cannot believe with the small clip they had. Uh, yeah, true crime. I agree. I mean, the case is closed. Check out husband and see what you think. Will, okay, I'll watch it as soon as this live's over. My Missy B. He's a twat too. Stella comes in with the joke of the night. He's a twat too. I mean, that was great right there. But anyways, Daniel Bishop on his channel, he was talking about how COVID was fake and this, that, and the other, blah blah blah, and he didn't believe it was real. And then he sets up a GoFundMe account because he says his mom's coming down with COVID, and she may very well may have. And then he even said, I guess what I've said's come back to bite me in the butt. Guys, here's the way I look at it. I would rather it. A lot of people say it's fake, it's not real, it's not as bad as they say it is. I would rather pretend that it's the worst disease in the history of the world and prepare myself, try to keep myself well, try to keep myself from not getting infected being around other people. Like me, I go to work, I go to the store and get what I need, and then I stay in. I don't go anywhere. So I would, even if it's not as bad as they say it is, I would rather act like it is and find out it's not that bad than act like it's not that bad and find out it really is. Because then you're going to be really screwed. And a lot of people say, well, it's got a 99.9% survival rate. It's a dangerous virus, people. I tell you what, I think uh, Daniel Bishop has kind of got out there. Yeah, I do a lot of my shopping online too, Hillary. Um, I'm talking about like groceries and stuff. I go to the and I try just to only go like once a week. And yeah, Kimberly, I'm in Kentucky and it's pretty bad here too. Um, uh, our governor Andy Bashir, people either love him or hate him, and that's the God's honest truth. People say he's taking our rights away from us, this, that, and the other. I honestly believe the man's just trying to protect us. It's my personal opinion of him. I don't see what he would gain, but taking our rights away from us. But today was the highest COVID um, cases reported since it's happened in Kentucky. So it was like 4,152, I believe, and it's just for a state like Kentucky, 4,152 is a lot of people, and I can't remember how many deaths there was today, but he always lists the and you know the government, not just the government, but the scientists, um, the doctors. Ron, are you flipping something? What do you mean flipping something? And the last I checked, we had over 260,000 people dead just in the United States. Yeah, I'm clicking my pen, taking notes. Absolutely, I will. True crime enthusiast. Will you? If it gets us back to normal life, uh, absolutely. If I can take that mask off, sure will. Write that down, people. I will take the vaccine. Yeah, Kimberly, that's not good. True crime says she will take the vaccine. You know, it'll probably feel weird not wearing a mask when everything gets back to normal. And I'll tell you something else I thought was funny. I was going into the bank the other day, and you know, a year ago, if you'd walked into a bank with a mask on, uh, they would have hit the emergency button and called the police. Now there's a sign on the door that says you can't enter without a mask on, and Missy Peace is no vaccine for me. I'm already immunocompromised, and people like that can't handle vaccinations. Mm. If you guys don't care, if you ain't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, please. It helps me a lot. But the world has just changed so much in a year. It's unbelievable. I was talking to somebody at work. You know, if you would have said the word COVID last year, people would be like, "COVID, what's that?" And now it's all we hear is COVID, social distancing, wear your mask, wash your hands, um, which is all good things to do anyway. I mean, not wear the mask. I hate that damn mask. It's hard to breathe. Hello, man, and how are you tonight? Oh, damn, man, that ain't good. Yeah. I've watched some videos on YouTube about it, Missy P, and you know what people are saying. Oh, it's got this in it, it's got that in it, it's gonna you know do something with your DNA. Well, people don't realize is every vaccination people take, every one of them does that. It does uh, configure your DNA. That's what the vaccination is for. So it'll start creating antibodies to fight the virus off. 2020 has been a shit year, Stella. That's for sure. And hopefully 2021 will be a lot better. Let's just pray that it is, because 2020 has been for the birds. Kimberly says she has Addison's disease and psoriatic arthritis, and she takes steroids daily. So does that mean you couldn't take the virus, or Kimberly, or would you if you could, or you know, here's what I don't understand, and I have really been thinking a lot about this. Is Bill Gates is not a scientist, he's not a doctor, yet he's pushing this vaccination on us, and from what I've heard, none of his kids have been vaccinated for anything. So I don't understand that. I don't know if he has a lot of money invested in these pharmaceutical companies or just what the deal is, but it doesn't make sense why a man in his position with no medical background or scientific background um, is pushing this virus so much. Kimberly M says nope. He said I will be on the first to get it, Liz. A simple cold can put me into adrenal crisis. That's not good. It's all about the money. That's really, really, really what it's all about. Damn, man, that's terrible right there. That's not good at all. I know that they have really, really. I mean, one thing I thought about, they do these clinical trials and they pay people to do them and stuff. And how would you like to be the first person that got the shot in the clinical trials? Like, oh shit, this probably ain't gonna be good. Everybody, guys, we need to say a prayer for Kimberly M tonight. She sounds like she's having it a little rough. Sorry to hear that, Kimberly. My ex-wife, my kids' mom, she has to take them vitamin B12 shots. I don't know how often she takes them, but I do know she takes them. You're very welcome, Kimberly. Hope everything will work out. I believe it will. I think it'll be fine. Vitamin D. All right, guys. Well, I didn't plan on being on too long tonight. Just thought I'd come on and catch up with you guys a little bit, see what everybody's doing. But I gotta get my rear end in bed. 4 a.m. comes very early, and you can probably look at me and tell how tired I am. I've been up since 4 a.m. This morning we worked 10 hours a day, and at the place I work, when they say work, they expect you to work. So anyway, guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you hit the dislike button, I'd appreciate it. Either one you want to do. Um, but it's nice catching up with you guys. Um, no Missy P, but I heard about it on AD's channel. He was talking about it. Is it something worth uh, going back and listening to? Any highlights that you can give us, or anything interesting that was heard? We're not leaving yet, guys. I'm gonna see what she says about that J is for Justice chat with this Kim Kaufman, the one who's pretty much advocating for Chris Watts. I guess the family is supporting her, things like that. My glasses look crooked, but I believe it's just the angle of the camera because they're on per. Missy P said it's very interesting. She has apparently been talking to Chris daily since it happened. Okay. And haven't they been doing like 12-hour lives and stuff like that, Missy? I don't see how anybody could do a 12-hour live. That's just wow. Tomorrow, Bronna, I just love you. Okay, I'll check it out. It'll probably be tomorrow because I've got to get my rear in bed. 4 a.m. comes early. I tell you what, the workday seems so long, and then when you lay down to sleep, it seems like you lay down and your alarm goes off. Um, yeah, my ears is crooked. That's probably the truth. Um, so anyway, guys, Missy says check out the Jays for Justice lives where she talks with Kim Kaufman, who is the lady that is advocating for Chris Watson and family. And she's also saying, they're going back to the first confession where they're saying that Shanann killed the kids, and it's just unbelievable. Yeah, Kimberly, make sure you keep up with us and let us know how you're doing, please, because uh, I really do care, and I'm sure a lot of people in chat does too. It's okay, Don. You can always go back and watch them later. I'm just so sporadic anymore on my lives, with work and getting up so early, and then the evening I get home, and a lot of times I'm just really tired. And I lay down and I actually fall asleep, and I wake up and it's 10 o'clock, and I'll stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning, and it's just, oh man. Thank you, Kimberly, and prayers for you tonight. Good vibes and all that other good stuff for you. But anyway, guys, you all have a good night. It was great seeing you guys. Did you unsubscribe, resubscribe, and hit the notification? Um, Ange. Hello, Tiffany. Don, try unsubscribing, resubscribing, and then hitting the notification bell. I've heard that works, but I'm not sure. But give it a try. You too, Jeannie. Everybody take care. Have a good night. Sleep well. If you're in a part of the world where it's daytime, have a good day. And all right, guys, good talking with you, and I'll see you soon.